Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here, and in today's video we're gonna take a look at the balance changes for Kolin in the final update for Street Fighter V. And Kolin did get nerfed. Like, I don't think there is any sugar coating it. She is a weaker version of her former self. She did lose a couple of tools that were really important, but I do think that she will still be a very good character, everything considered. Now, you might think that I don't know what I'm talking about, that I hate Kolin, but honestly, like take a look at this, right? Who's in my desktop background? It is Kolin. Like, I genuinely do like the character. I used to play her a lot in Season 2, not so much after she became a V-Trigger 2 monster, but she's a character that I genuinely like. Anyways, let's get into the changes. The first one is that standing medium punch. This now have additional hurt box at the feet, but honestly it's still very hard to whiff punish. This is still a fantastic button. Like, I've tried it myself a lot, especially with the V-Trigger 2, and it's still pretty crazy. Standing heavy punch, and this is a big one. Now this one is +2 on hit instead of +5, so you don't get to link standing light kick before. This is a combo that you used to be able to do, but you don't really get to do that. And the big issue obviously for Kolin, the big downfall, is the crush counter combos. I'm gonna say specifically the V-Trigger 2 crush counter combos, because this doesn't work anymore, and this used to be one of Kolin's highest openings for a lot of damage output. But I mean, you still get to do it. Like, if you're willing to spend the bar, you can still get this combo, right? And that is fine, but obviously it is a big loss. You still kind of obviously can like hit confirm the move itself. The cancel window is very big, so there is that. It is a nerf, like, I'm not gonna lie, it is obviously a big nerf, but given how good the standing heavy punch is to begin with, I think it's fine, to be honest. Crouching heavy punch, this is the one I don't like. Crouching heavy punch, this is now a weaker anti-air, and I don't like it when they nerf anti-air options on characters, but this is the one I feel like is gonna hurt Kolin the most. Yeah, now if you happen to try to anti-air it and someone is jumping above your head, yeah, you're gonna lose now. They want you to use air to air, or like go for the air parry, which obviously are like options. They are not the best options, but yeah, this sucks. This one really sucks, I'm not gonna lie. What he did is that they extended the hurt box behind her, and so that she's easier to cross up, and they reduced the hitbox, above her head, so that it is harder for her to anti-air someone who's above her. So that sucks. That is a really bad nerf, I'm not gonna lie. The crouching medium punch, the sliding version, the cancel window for the target combos are bigger, so they're making it easier to hit confirm this. I mean, that's alright. V-Trigger 2 all jumping punches. These sometimes you weren't getting the V-Trigger version, but now you do, so that is a change. Seems like a bug fix more than anything. Blizzard Heal. Blizzard Heal is the overhead. Now this move can hit mid-air opponent, and the way to get this is with V-Trigger 1. They pretty much want you to do that, right? Use it in juggle here, and you will like slam them down to the ground. I mean, that's fine, it's a decent buff if you're into V-Trigger 1, but obviously most Kolin players use V-Trigger 2 anyways. White Spear, that is the air target combo out of the heavily Vanity step. This now will hit airborne opponent. Cody got something that is pretty similar to this. Like, when you air to air, you should be able to get the 2 hits on this one, kinda like this. That's fine. Like, it's a situation that almost never comes up. Maybe there will be some set play where you can get to use this, but yeah, that is pretty much the change. It's not that big of a deal. Heavy punch Parabellum, this is a good one. They reduced startup from 18 to 17 frames, and this means that now you can combo standing medium kick into heavy punch Parabellum, right? So crouching medium punch, standing medium kick, heavy punch Parabellum. This is now a combo, and this is a good one because Kolin used to rely a lot on EX Parabellum, or having to go for the target combo to get the heavy version, Obviously it leads to a knockdown and everything, so this is a buff for her. The other change is to the EX Parabellum, and this is a buff and a nerf, but for the most part it is a nerf. And what they did is that they reduced the damage and stun on it. So now EX Parabellum is doing less damage, right? Obviously it's a combo that is, or it's a move that is very consistent in her combos, right? Like all of her combos pretty much start with EX Parabellum, so losing the 20 damage early on will heavily impact her overall damage output. But what they did also is that they adjusted the consistency, because sometimes you would get like the first hit, but the following ones would whiff, kind of like in from this distance, but this will be consistent now, and that one, yeah. That is a, overall I would say it's a nerf. Another nerf which kinda sucks, the EX Vanity step changes the strike and the projectile invincibility. So one of the strategies with Kolin is once you were in the corner, you could go for the heavy EX Vanity step and do something like this to escape the corner. Like you would do the like ice kill in the air just to get some space, or like put a hitbox so that the opponent will have difficulty chasing you, and it was projectile invincible. But now you will get hit. So let's say for example that Ken is gonna try to like do a combo and then go for a meaty on us. With the light EX Vanity step you still get to escape, right? But if you try to do the EX heavy one, yeah, you lose the bar and obviously you get hit. So yeah, this also is a nerf, although I do think in the grand scheme of things it's not that bad, because this move obviously still has the usability in the neutral, but yeah, obviously a nerf. Another nerf, the EX Silver Edge. This now does 20 less damage and 50 less stun. This is a lot. This is a lot, to be honest. I think at this point you kind of realize that almost everything is getting weaker, and she's getting weaker all around. One thing to consider is that a lot of the top tiers did get nerfed as well, so I do think she will be in a fine place when everything's said and done. I honestly think she will still be alright, because most of the utility is still there. Like outside of the crush counter on the standing heavy bunch, that is the only utility that is gone, but you still get a combo on a hit confirm, right? So the utility is still there, you're just getting less rewards for it. I think issues are when you start losing utility, like this one. Yeah, that will suck, but on high level gameplay it's not the worst. And like less damage on the EX Silver Edge, yeah, that sucks, but it still works. Kinda like Poison last year, that did get a lot of damage nerfs, but the utility was there and that's why she remained good. Hailstorm, including the EX version, now can be used more in juggles, and this along with the changes to V-Trigger 1 is so that you can get something like this now. So let's say for example that right, you can use something like that, set up some ambiguous situations. That is what they're trying to go for. I mean, that's fine. I don't know if there's any other combos that you can use with this one, but that is the change. I haven't tried back heavy kick yet, but I doubt you can get like a crush counter. Yeah, way too far to get any sort of follow-ups here, but you get the point. Glacier, alright, that's V skill 2, and what they did is now it does more damage. It does 20 more damage, and this actually is a substantial damage buff. Let's say for example you go for the bread and butter into heavy Parabellum. Right, this is the OK route, you're doing 185, you go for the V skill 2 route, and this is doing 191, so it's a pretty decent damage buff on it, right? Oh, you're doing 292, that's nice. Is counter hit on? Yeah, 230 damage, yeah, that is a pretty decent damage out for it, so that is pretty cool. Reverse Javelin, this is V-Trigger 2, and they are pretty much making it more consistent and making it easier to cancel into CA, right? So they are trying to make this a little bit easier and a little bit more consistent, right? So when you get the cancel and extended the cancel window by 20 frames, so it should be a lot easier to cancel out of this one, right? This window now is a lot bigger. Previously you had to do it at the very end. Now it's a lot more forgiving. And that is pretty much it for Kolin. Obviously nerfed, like objectively obviously nerfed, but I don't think her nerfs are as impactful on the higher levels as much as say Karen is, right? Like Karen's nerf I think will impact high level, Cammy's nerf will impact her on high level. Kolin is just getting a little bit less out of everything she used to get, and obviously a character like Urian got nerfed a lot worse. But yeah, obviously nerfed. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment, it helps the channel so much. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon, Discord, Twitter and Twitch pages in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.